Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another speed build. But this is a very special speed build, and you'll likely notice that I do not touch the interior of this container cafe that I am building right now, because this is a build collab that I'm doing with my very sweet friend and fellow creator, Rachel, i.e. Rachel Ped, on all social media platforms. We have done many collabs before, and oddly enough, I think we've done like 3 or 4 of them in the past couple of years. There was a time where we were doing a handful of them at a time. Like it was super fun, and it was really before we forged our beautiful friendship for what it is. And finally we were like, wait a minute, we haven't collabed in a long time, we should do something. So I had this inspo pick for a container cafe. It was all black, it was very sleek. I think it was really pretty, but I wanted to go super colorful. I've just been in the mood lately. You guys have likely noticed from maybe a lot of the builds from like the past couple of weeks, the past month or so, I've gone super colorful. I don't know where it came from, don't know who this person is, but I've really been enjoying it, and I just thought that a cool, funky, like kind of hipster modern container cafe would just have a lot of bright colors. That's what I was going for. So I decided to use very vibrant colors such as orange and yellow and pinks. There's going to be a lot of teal as well, and I am only building the exterior. So Rachel's part of this collab, which I believe she's going to be posting at the same time I am, will be the interior. So if you want to check out what she ended up doing, definitely head on over to her channel and watch her video so you can see the whole build coming together. And I think what I might do, I'm not sure if I'll do this, I might furnish this myself too, just for funsies, and put it up on the gallery for you and not film it or anything. But I also might not. I might just leave it as is. I'm not sure. That's a thought. I'm gonna have to think about that. But you can see that the exterior is kind of coming together at this point. I knew that I wanted this to be a little busy. That's all I kind of knew. I wanted it to look busy, and I really didn't know what to do to kind of decorate these containers though. I knew I wanted to use a very specific door from Discover University though as the front door, and then I remembered this sign from Get Together because it's kind of like a steaming mug of coffee. We have a few other signs that pertain to like cafes and stuff, but they're a little bit more rustic. This one seemed like it could fit either a rustic theme or a little bit more of this fun theme that I was going for. I also added the doors, like the container doors from Eco Lifestyle on each container. Now, I wasn't thinking that those would be the functional doors. I was thinking that these doors here from Discover University would be, and it's actually super fun. So I toyed around with this for a little while. You can see every single part of the process here at this point. But there are going to be 3 levels to this cafe. So there's going to be some tables outside because there's plenty of space out here. There's going to be potentially tables inside, I don't know. But on the second level, you can see here I have these balconies, I have the staircase in the back, and there's going to be a door as well on that orange container. So there are going to be some places for your Sims to sit up on the second level, and then I add a ladder on the exterior of that orange container up to the top of it, and there's going to be like this rooftop table with a bunch of different seats. I think a majority of the tables have like 4 seats, like 2 to 4 seats or something, but the one up top is going to be like a full dining table, and I just thought it was kind of a cute idea. I don't know too many people that would go to a cafe with like a party, like a group of like 6 or something, but it's available if you want to do that. And I also was just trying to toy around with like different metal textures and different wood textures that I don't typically use, because it has been a long time since I made a container home now. At least that's how it feels. It's probably been maybe nearing a year. I don't know if that's fair to say. I did another one on this lot some time ago, but it was also very neutral because the purpose was for it to look really repurposed, as if the Sims built it themselves. So they got like a black and white container home or containers, and they kind of just stacked them up on top of each other and then added like wood details and stuff like that. Like they added a porch onto the front. This is a totally different vibe, but you can see that I'm starting to take out the tables. I love these tables with the very vibrant blue umbrellas, and these chairs from Tiny Living I thought worked really nicely because it ties all of those fun colors together. There's a lot of places to sit here too. I'm really interested to see because I haven't seen it yet. Like whenever Rachel posts it, it's going to be the first time that I see the exterior or the interior as well. So I'm really excited to see what she does with it because I didn't leave her a lot of room. I did not give her big containers to play around with, and I just know that she's going to make it so amazing. But here I was toying around with trying to come up with a fun little space to kind of put maybe a sign on the top of this orange container, and it really just wasn't working for me. I had tried a different roof as well to kind of make it match the container, but it was kind of rounded and I just didn't like it. But I think I was going through here to try to find, yes, these little open like glass pieces from Island Living. I was going to make it kind of a skylight, but it looked so flat and odd, and I just really didn't like how it looked. So again, I tried the roof. I was going to make this match the orange metal texture, and I was going to create a little skylight, which I guess isn't the end of the world. It looks okay. It just wasn't the look I was going for. I think with everything being so square, having a rounded roof like this looked a little bit funny. So I do end up removing it. I don't know. You guys could, of course, change it back if you would like to, because that's where I end up putting that big, long dining table I was talking about. But I just didn't really like how it looked. And because I didn't know what to do there, I started to just pull out some other pieces that I thought could work. My thought here was maybe creating a little communal garden or something so people could plant their crops and come get them and kind of share with their community. And maybe that's where the cafe grew a lot of like their different herbs and stuff for teas or coffees or whatever the case is. But I kind of scrapped that pretty quickly just because I didn't think it really fit on this particular lot. I mean, you could do whatever you wanted, but I just didn't like the idea. And then I pulled out these little wood plank things, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll use these to kind of like frame some trees or whatever to frame out the lot. That could be kind of nice. So I toyed around with that for a little bit, trying to see how I could frame this out without ruining the view of the little harbor that this lot is looking out at. Not that it matters. Your Sims aren't really looking out at a view and taking it in and interacting with something like that, but it was an idea. And that's when I decided to get rid of the roof and put that up top. And I was like, cool, there's going to be a little rooftop area for your Sims to sit. That's going to be fun. I just need to figure out where to put the ladder. And I didn't want it to be inside. I wanted it to be outside. I just thought that that made more sense. So like routing is going to be weird. I'm not saying it's not going to work. I'm just saying it's going to be weird because you do have to go through that container on the second story to get up to the top. There's going to be a lot of foot traffic. That's kind of what I'm getting at. But that's where I go ahead and place that dining table, and that is pretty much finalized. And then I go back to trying to figure out the tree placement because I wanted there to be some greenery. Doing this, the trees were a little bit too close for my comfort, so I pulled back a little bit. Then I realized that they were really blocking the view, and I didn't like it very much. So I toyed around with putting the trees off to the right-hand side, I think, as well as the left-hand side. I can't remember what I landed on. I think I get rid of the ones on the left because we have this fun item. I think it appears when the neighborhood is in a certain state. I think if it's like the modern upgrades or something. Imagine the big like ball structures or sculptures outside of Target. Do you know what I mean? We have some things kind of like that. They're in different colors and semi-different shapes that appear in the world with a certain world upgrade because, as you know, Evergreen Harbor does change depending on the eco footprint and what NAPs are enacted. Yes, NAPs is in Neighborhood Action Plans. And I took those out because they're in the debug menu, and I thought that might be kind of a nice accent. It's a little bit of an entry piece, I suppose. I don't really know how else to say it, but I thought that that would work really nicely here. And it really fit because this was, I suppose, not really modernized. There are definitely modern and contemporary elements to this structure, aside from it being a container home. So I did go into the debug menu, and here they are. I pulled them out here. I kept them off to the left, and I do end up putting some outdoor lights underneath them just to add a little bit of ambiance to the whole thing. And off camera, I do add a few outside dining tables, some little vendor stalls, and the little like tables that you could sell things at, because I thought that would be kind of nice. But we're pretty much reaching the end of this build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely check out Rachel's interior part of this collab, and I'll catch you next time I post a video. Bye.
2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun.